Hello, welcome. This is Blockchainbloom, the blockchain educator. I'm Attila Pink, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about that Michael Saylor confirms actually that strategist Bitcoin can be sold in under some kind of circumstances. And it is interesting because he always said, never sell your Bitcoin. So let's talk about that, what Michael Saylor is saying about this. Then we have Elon Musk calls for abolition of the European Union after it got at least his platform X fine from the EU. And also let's check that what are the chances for rate cuts, because we're going to have the FOMC meeting this Wednesday, so basically in 3 days time. And check out the inflows, outflows into Bitcoin spot ETFs and other ETFs. Also have a look at the market, because the market started to go slightly up, and what are the chances for relief rally. So guys, all this in today's video, and don't forget, every single day I'm bringing you the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news here on Blockchainbloom to keep you up to date. So that's important. Just subscribe to this YouTube channel. Also hit the like button if you like this kind of content. And now let's do it. Okay, and first let's have a look at the market, where we can see that actually Bitcoin, now this. So Bitcoin is up 3% in the last 24 hours, just above 92,000 US dollar. Ethereum 11% up in the last 24 hours, with that 3,157 US dollar. When we're looking at the top gainers, we have Zcash 70% up, Canton 13% up, and SPX 11% up. Losers, MYX 3-4% down, Memecore 3%, the Nexo 1%. So no big dumps, and rather now today the market, it's feeling a little bit more live. So let's have a look at the Bitcoin candlestick chart. This is the weekly one. So yes, we went down from the top 27%, but you know, so far we found the bottom around this 80,000-ish, 80,500-ish level here, and since that we're coming back. Last week's candle was an interesting one. It almost nobody, just 2 wicks, and the bottom wick, it's longer, which is actually partly a good sign. That means the bulls are pushing a bit better. And today, so far, we can see this little increase. I think this level, this 93, 94,000-ish would be important. If we close above it on the weekly, then we can go further up. First, I'm just thinking about a relief rally, no more, because I would like to say how the whole thing plays out. What will happen to this resistance level if we go up around this 100,000-ish, or actually going all the way to the 50 moving average on the weekly, and then if we go higher, close above it, and all these things, then we can calculate some bullish scenarios. Until that, I'm rather thinking about this as a relief rally. But market sentiment is 24, the fear and greed index. So basically, we are not in extreme fear right now, but we're still in the fear category. Right. And yeah, I think this one shows clearly what's happening on the market. Let me share the screen again. You know, manipulation, the finest really. So this is what we have seen on the weekend, right? So all the way down here from 92,000-ish, all the way to 87, from 87 all the way back, you know, quick manipulation like this. Okay, but now let's talk about the first topic. And the first topic is all about what Michael Saylor was saying in the presentation, because he also confirmed now that the strategist Bitcoin can be sold. And in what circumstances? Let's talk about it. So let's listen to this short clip from this presentation, not long, 43 seconds, and he will relieve everything.
What we did this week was we raised a $1.44 billion US dollar reserve, and that gives us 21 months of dividends. We did that so that we could pay the dividends without selling equity or BTC derivatives or BTC if none of those capital markets were open to us. You could think of it as we can hold our breath for 21 months. Like if the market is irrational or closed for 21 months, we can just pay out of this reserve. It's like a battery. So the company's strategy is when our equity is trading above the net asset value of the Bitcoin, we just sell the equity. It creates shareholder value. And when the equity is trading below the value of the Bitcoin, we would either sell Bitcoin derivatives or we would just sell the Bitcoin.
So it's very simple right now. So basically they raised this 1.44 billion US dollar, which could last when it comes to their dividend if they have to pay it for the next 21 month. Nice number, 21. And of course, they can sell their Bitcoin, as he said at the end here. Listen to this again.
And when the equity is trading below the value of the Bitcoin, we would either sell Bitcoin derivatives or
so when the equity value is trading under it, then they can actually sell their Bitcoin. So yeah, we're going to see how the whole thing plays out. You know, we have MSCI could remove them from their equity indices, actually. And this can have a further impact on the strategies, equity. And the deadline for this, or when the decision is going to be made, is going to be on the 15th of January next year. So not that far from now on. So we're going to see a lot of things around there, I believe. Until that, we are just hold on and let's wait what's going to happen. But at least, and not just the CEO, but now Michael Saylor recently, last week, confirmed that actually their Bitcoin can be sold. And this is actually interesting because he said they never ever sell your Bitcoin. But, there are cases, okay? That's important. Right, then we have Elon Musk. It's not that much crypto related, but because of Elon Musk, I think it's an important thing to talk about. A lot of things happening here in the European Union. And now Elon Musk is actually calling for abolition of the EU. And why? Let's talk about that. So we have here Elon Musk calls for abolition of the European Union after X fined 140 million US dollars. So basically, why? So breaches include the deceptive design of the blue checkmark, the lack of transparency of its advertising, and the failure to provide access to public data research for public data researchers. This is what the European Commission said on Friday. And one thing is, why would give he any access to the data? Because everybody's working on their AI system. Elon Musk has his own one. So I think any data, what he would give away, I think it's not good for him. He's in the competition. The blue checkmark kind of thing, I think in many cases, it protected many people from scams, because a lot of people have a lot of accounts on X, but just one has the blue checkmark, and probably this is the real one, so that people cannot be tricked so easily. But very interesting now, Elon Musk said that, okay, from now on, the EU cannot advertise on his platform on X. And, with the whole regulation things, EU, it's kind of strict. They're pushing towards the CBDCs, what they would like to have. This whole MiCA regulation when it comes to crypto, and it's not really working in several countries. There's a country which is actually couldn't vote for the MiCA license. So, yeah. It's not an easy situation what's happening right now in EU. It was never just like the United States, when we have United States and, they can kind of move forward together. In the EU, it's okay, it's the European Union, but these individual countries always just kind of fighting kind of with each other. They're not agreeing on many things. And with this, it's very difficult to navigate this big multiple country thing. Right, okay. So let's see which way this going to go. And now we're going to have the FOMC meeting this week. And now let's check the chances. So right now it's 87.4% for the rate cut, and it's happening on the 10th of December. So this Wednesday, now a couple of days away. So it looks like it's more likely that we're going to have rate cut 25 basis points. This is what the market is right now pricing in. And yeah, after we're going to see how the things will go. When we're looking at here, the inflows, outflows into Bitcoin spot ETFs, again, a tiny inflow. When we're looking at these big numbers, then 54 million on the 5th of December. But before the 2 days, we had outflows. So we have more outflows recently than inflows. When it comes to inflows, they're like really, really small numbers. When we're looking at Ethereum, we can see that also outflows continue. And when we're looking at Solana, this is just like, inflows mostly, but when it is an outflow, it's like 32 million. So it's like, again, it's kind of balanced. It also shows that the market is really undecided. We still feel the fear, put it this way. And these guys just act like, average investors in a way that when there's FOMO, they FOMOing in. When there's fear, then they leaving. And when there are some inflows, this is positive. But this is not the kind of turnaround what we're waiting for. However, we still can see maybe after the FOMC meeting or something, kind of Santa rally in a way, but a relief rally when it comes to Bitcoin. But how long it will last, I think I won't predict anything by now. Let's see day by day which way we're going and act accordingly, because it's very, very difficult to calculate. When we're looking at in long term, probably it's definitely bullish for Bitcoin. We're going to see new highs in 2026, I believe. But until that, let's wait and let's see how the whole situation is playing out. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Don't forget, every single day I'm bringing you the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news here on Blockchain Bloom to keep you up to date. So if that's important, just subscribe to this YouTube channel. Hit the like button if you like this kind of content. And of course, see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.